All right, this is live. This is the live part. Unless you're the majority of people watching this, because like I'm just gonna I actually, so it's not that the live camera is better than my camera, but the live camera will go back farther. Like my camera will not get as close as like the phone camera. Like the live camera gets I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so like I'm taking a picture with my phone and it's like the way I want it to be, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks good for a video, and I turn it to video and immediately it just gets way closer. Like, okay, I don't like that. But when I go on live, it actually kind of like goes back to the way. I don't know. But yeah, verbal autobiography, small boobs, big dreams. I have 2 of these shirts, I think. I am trying so hard not. I want to cut this one into a tank top, but this fabric is hard to cut well. Yeah, verbal autobiography. It's, well, my forever cringe, and I'm standing behind my forever cringe, but it's also like, if something did happen and I did do something dumb, it would be my last will and testament. Standing by it. All right. Verbal autobiography, I don't know. Maybe I will film myself getting ready every single day that I do. Maybe I will. I went to Santa Rosa today. I was in Clovis yesterday, so it's like, woo, traveling with small boobs and big dreams. But yeah, continuing where I left off. I've got pages and pages of questions. I'm basically, when I'm done with all these pages, my life will still be going. Oh, I don't know what then I'll answer. I think I got like some kind of other like question answer book. I have some like writing prompt books, but I'm like embarrassed to do them on live because it takes me time to write a prompt or like write to a certain prompt. These are just answering questions about myself, and it's difficult enough. Although way more enjoyable to do and easier than the thing I was doing before. All of verbal autobiography, where I went through that entire book and it was just asking my opinion. There's a lot of letter-centered opinions. Very specific to letters. It's Thursday. They hate this at work, but I'm not there, am I? Friday Eve. What's the date? The 23rd? 24th. It's the 24th of July 24th, 2025. It's, God, thinking about like comedy and stuff, I think 2023 felt like, so 2022 is when I started. 2023 was like probably my best year for it, but that's because it's like, oh, I'm getting noticed on the scene and stuff, and getting different things. And then 2024 definitely wasn't bad. That was the year I turned 33. 2025 has been weird. It is the year I like got out of my mind, but that's okay. I broke my brain to get out of my mind, and it was worth it. Being in my mind was hell. Although the world doesn't always match up to how I broke my brain, and that is weird to me. I was still learning in 2023. All right. How do you handle... Wait, actually, let's see. Because I did actually watch my video from yesterday, so I know where I left off. All right, here we go. What's your favorite memory from a past comedy tour? Adorable. I guess I've never officially been on a comedy tour. However, I've traveled for comedy. And yesterday I went to Clovis with Joe Conyu, who was probably like... I'm trying to, like, I started to go on the bay runs with him. He'd already been doing them. He'd already gone on bay runs with like other comics and stuff. But I started to do them with him January 2023. Oh my God, I wonder what, what a good year. Like, and so I've never done a comedy tour, but I've done several, like day road trips with Joe and various groups of people, and that, like, I mean, I'm in love with comedy, but I guess like anything has like its honeymoon phase. Like even relationships will have like their honeymoon phase where you're like at first like, oh my god, I found this thing that I'm going to love my entire life. But then there is like, you grow with it, so it's like that initial like, which is a good thing. Like people get too hyped up in the honeymoon idea for people more so maybe than comedy, because comedy's so dope. But like where they're like, oh man, this is so awesome, and then everything is gonna like kind of disappoint you in some ways, or you're gonna disappoint yourself within it. Like there's gonna be something. But we had so much fucking fun yesterday. Like just the car ride felt so quick. I like came, as always, I came away from the car with so much shit, like new music and like other comic things to look up and stuff. So I love that. It was so nice to be in Fresno County again. I think that's a really funny area. I think they have like a small scene. They have a small but mighty scene, very similar. That reminds me kind of to Sacramento, but they're even like a little smaller. But they're very regular on like having comedy shows. They try and they're in such a prime spot for getting good comics from the Bay Area and from LA. They try to do that. And so because they have like, you know, different comics come from out of that area and stuff. Like the local ones there are always like on point. Like they're always a fun group. That is where it was, Fresno, where I fell in the fire, because it is that fun. And that was like Sacramento's big on the house comedy shows, which are dope. And one day I think I might like to do one, but I will very, very likely eventually do a house comedy show. Definitely a party. But I'm okay with not rushing if I like don't feel like rushing, I guess. I don't think that time's my bitch. All things will fall into place as should. I gotta focus more on learning and being a good person. Especially learning where I'm like not a bad person, but not as like good of a person, I guess, as I thought I was, in terms of patience or selfish motives. Which I swear I don't have many, but I am I could be a self-pitier, so I have to be very careful with that, because I got a good life. Small boobs, big dreams. But shit, so many good memories from these various road trips. So like I was going through pictures like this morning of like all old ones and stuff, and just it's so hard to say. I want to get something more specific. I did a lot of traveling alone. My lunch alarm, we'll see about it. Two. I mean, I'm just kind of traveling because like I haven't been on like a tour, but sure as fuck I will be. Well, I think I will be. I know I will be. I had a great time. The first time I got to go to Savage Henry's was awesome, because the year before I was like, oh my god, if I could be on anything, I want to do Savage Henry's, and then I got to do it. I don't know if I'll get to do it this year. I signed up for the festival in time, and so that means I'm like, okay, maybe, so it's already, I don't want to like be anywhere too crowded already, add to any stress. And I think I also had something come up, I found out about in October, like family or something wise, that I was like, oh, you know, I could like do that instead. Hell yeah. My nephew will be born in November, so I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I get everything that I'm supposed to get, and I don't get anything I wasn't supposed to get. It's just that way. Alright, but my favorite memory is that I was friends with Joe for a while before I'm gonna be honest, I never realized his name. He had to tell me, like, the Joe Conyu, it was like a play on words. He's a person, but he's a play on words. And I should have my teeth ate from potato salad and regular salad. Let's see if I can skip lunch alarm. Oh, gross. Oh, yeah, I might go get floss. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go get floss. Let me just see where else I want to rub this in. And I'm like, in my mind, even so, like, Joe Congi's like one of the best friends I've had in comedy. Like, I've gotten to do and go so many places because of him. I had like been riding in his car like almost weekly, doing like bay runs with different groups of people, and I just did not catch his name. I didn't catch the play on words. I just thought it was literally his name. I was just thinking, that's a. I get plays on words when I'm making them, but sometimes I don't always get them when other people are. There is like a certain literalness that is kind of like, I guess, spectrumy of I will take things at like literal value without, like, I was like, yes, literal, and not really like think about it. And I trusted him, so it's like, I don't think it's like a betrayal, but like, if I, like, certain things I just won't question. Random funny memory, and then I'm gonna go get floss. I one time walked into my best friend Caitlin's garage, and they, her and her husband Austin, they had just like a stack, like a huge, like almost to like it was like a huge stack of speaker rocks, and I just looked at them, and like they hadn't been there before. It just all of a sudden they had just this huge stack of like in boxes still of like the rocks that are actually speakers. I looked at them and just did not say anything. I didn't ask what they were for. I didn't ask like why you have this big stack of speaker rocks. You guys gonna have a rock concert? I was like, okay, this is what they're doing now. It was like, they were like, did you know, they were like, I don't know if you noticed all those speaker rocks, but it was because Austin works like, and I'm not very good at knowing like construction-y stuff, but like kind of construction building stuff. And it was like he was holding them for a place that they were gonna go and like set up and stuff. All right. How do you handle political humor in your routines? I don't. The most I did, and I already said this on Verbal Autobiography, was like Laughs Unlimited. Sometimes for the writing group, the prompt will be pick something relevant in the news and like write for it, almost like you're doing like like you're writing for a late night show. And I always get mad. Okay, sometimes it's really hard because you get partnered up, and then you have to switch your story with your partner. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm just gonna write about like, I don't know, something gross and embarrassing that Madonna did, because when is she not doing something gross and embarrassing? And then I have to switch with whoever I'm next to, and it's like their thing is about sports or something. I love people. And I do. All I run on myself is hopes and prayers. Yeah, small boobs and big dreams. But seriously, like hopes and prayers for every individual person working or trying to do something in politics. But like, I love Americans. I don't know about America. Like hopes and prayers that they do what's right. But news is fake. It's just opinions. Birds are real. Except for in the tiki room and maybe a few other cases where birds are fake. But most of the time, if you just see a bird flying around, it is absolutely real. I don't... South Park will be the most political I get. And I haven't watched it yet because I was busy yesterday. All right, what's your favorite thing about performing for a live audience? The sound of their laughter. Being in the moment. Not being alone, getting to hold the microphone. The chance for human connection after the show. Live human connection, because I'm not a good message answerer. I asked ChatGPT what would Jesus do about messages if he got an onslaught of them every fucking day, and I like ChatGPT's answer because it's exactly what I do, which is like liberally use do not disturb, because every time I turn it on, I get disturbed. Gargles aren't season. Answering messages, we try our best. I know everyone's handling it better than me. You guys are amazing. We all have our strengths. How do you handle unexpected changes in your performance schedule? Like, I wonder what they mean by that. What unexpected? Like, I get booked, then I do it. It really depends. Of course, like being broke as fuck. Small boobs, big dreams. These aren't even boobs. This is just like, nah, I was gonna say money stuffed in here. It's not. It's just stuffed bra. Not really stuffed bra, but like Skim stuffs bras for you nowadays. You don't have to do it yourself. I mean, I love to perform, so I mean, like an unexpected change, it's canceled. Well, then I don't go. Like, I unexpected change, like some. I usually go by all money. There's so much that matters more to me than money. It's why I'm bad at it. I will go first come first serve. So if I'm already booked on a show and a show reaches out, I will stay on the show that I was first booked on. I, in the very beginning of comedy, one time did not do this, and it's not that, because I'm glad for everything that brought me to where I am now, but like, and it was probably technically maybe a better show. It actually was in Santa Rosa, the one I dipped out on like a pizza show, because I was like, oh, there's so many people booked on this for local Sacramento comics, and then I got this like sweet deal in Santa Rosa where I was like, for like money and stuff, so I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go fucking do that one. I never really did that again. However, Punchline Sacramento, Laughs Unlimited. I might like, if I was on another pizza show. No, I wouldn't. I don't have to, but if I gave a commitment to someone down to the fucking day, and then it's like the day of, and it like, so I'm gonna stay with my commitment because I gave my word, and I want my word to mean something. Because I got so many of them. I will make them meaningful. What's your favorite comedy festival you've participated in? They are, well, comparable-ish, but like not in the, they were all like uncomparable in worth, I guess. I've done Savage Henry's twice, and then I did Shelter Cove this summer, which was probably one of my best points of this year. That was just so much fucking fun. I mean, it was so needed. A beautiful vacation with friends, and like a camping ground that like literally was like, oh my god, we're like you such fans, and just a kind of fun magical experience where the forest meets the sea. My first Savage Henry's was super fucking good. I was a little sad when I went to the second one, not because of Savage Henry's. It was my own shit, but like it ended up being like a good time too. Some of like my like favorite people from Savage Henry's this last year were then at Shelter Cove, so that like made it nice too. I guess not some of my favorite, but just like some of the people I like. It was like, oh, all people aren't comparable. But yeah, some of the people I had my favorite times or interactions with this last year at Savage Henry's were at Shelter Cove, so that like kind of made it special. Alright. How do you handle criticism from other comedians? I mean, like, it's kind of nice. Like, especially if it's a, like, not like in that, like, oh, like, criticism is such semantics. If I'm to get advice from like a comic that I admire, like I'm always kind of like almost open to that. There's definitely, I don't know, like I don't know if like a lot of, if it sounds too critical, I probably block it out because I'm like, oh, you've got something up your ass. Like, you got something right. Why are you being so criticizing? But like, if I get advice from other comics, especially ones I respect, I definitely, and I get a lot of the same shit. Like, you know, slow down. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I might just have to learn to be fast and funny. But I take into account like who it is that's saying it. Usually immediately because I'm there with that person. Like, man, how do I handle giving criticism would be hard. Like I've had comics ask my advice and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm there yet to give advice. I'll try. But I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Small boobs, big dreams. Oh, I like this song. Bloodhound Gang. So I hope you die. I don't hope anyone that's watching dies. No, please don't. Not here, not on YouTube, not ever. Live forever with me. I won't be lonely. It goes happily. South Park came back. Alright, what's your favorite comedy movie quote? Oh, they really snatched me with that. Because now I can't think of any off the top of my head. That's why I'm hard, because you can't use my phone. It's on live. Oh, shit. I'm about to go do eyeshadow, and then maybe when I come back, we'll see what my favorite comedy movie quote is. I just keep thinking Jaws movie quotes because it's one of the funnest to quote movies. I like swimming with bow-legged women. Oh, no. I'm going live, but I gotta go now. I gotta, like, head out. I'm gonna be done in, like, 5 minutes. But I really actually enjoy doing this. So I'm doing this for me. But if somehow you like, because I know no one's on live because it takes like a moment if anyone even is, if anyone even ever does get on it, but for, I don't know, the 12 to 40 people that watch on YouTube, I gotta get going. It's gonna be like 5 minutes. It's gonna be like 5 minutes. Hold on. I'm wearing slides today, so it's not like I gotta tie my fucking shoes. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna read off my makeup names though, because makeup names are wild. I'm gonna say this every time, like, or I won't. I'll think of something more clever. But whatever you thought about naming conventions for animals, for people, for I don't know, whatever else, throw it out the window. This isn't Latin. These are what I coated my face in. These colors today. Sugar Rush. You'll definitely hear some of the same colors if you watch all these because I'm using the same eyeshadow palettes. It's what I own. Sugar Rush, Bad Habit, Skinny Dipped, again. Skinny Dipped, it's a good color. It's a nice sparkly dark brown. Unlucky, although I don't think I will be today. And Bless Your Tart. Oh, and then I did redo, so, one of my favorite comedy movies, and all it took was for me to turn off live and remember it, was Miss March. There is a song, not even like a line, there's a whole song, and it's a legit song. You can look this up on YouTube. It's actually like a song. Is it Craig Robertson or something? He's funny. I might be getting his name wrong, but I'm pretty sure I have it not wrong. He's like a rapper in the movie, and one of his like big songs is like, I'm gonna fuck that ass when you suck this dick, or I'm gonna suck this dick when I fuck this ass, and everyone that listens to it is like, isn't that impossible? He's like, shut up. It's fun. I highly recommend Miss March. That was a banger of a comedy movie that I just snuck out. I was a fan of The Whitest Kids You Know, and it is their movie, but I think that if you watch the movie, you're gonna want to look up The Whitest Kids You Know. Okie dokie. How do you handle late night gigs with early morning secretary duties? How did I handle late night gigs? So I had my schedule changed from, so my job was an 8 to 5. I had it changed to 9 to 6, which honestly, like, to this day, like, I got back home at like 2 o'clock and I got up at like, well, I woke up at 7 and then I kind of like convinced myself I wanted to live by 8. Sometimes I just like lay in bed and pray the depression away. Hopes and prayers, I swear to God, it's all I'm running on. Thank you, God, for hopes and prayers in me through the morning. But then I did end up having it changed to 9:30 to 6:30 because I kept being late. Although it's kind of like with the one of my bosses, there was like a thing where whatever like would always make me make up the time, would let me make up, would let me be very kind of like flexible with my schedule in terms of like, okay, I could if I came in late, take like a half-hour lunch or stay later and stuff. So that was really nice for me. When it got harder to be flexible, it did get harder for me to do the secretary job, which is why I get up pretty much the same exact time I would for my secretary job, but I just like do other shit now. And I don't like, so I don't shower right away. I don't get like ready to go out and like drive to a cubicle. I don't know. Like I probably say I work in my pajamas. Like I do shit in my pajamas for a while, and then I get, when it gets closer to like showtime is when I go like, now get pretty, because I gotta leave like right now. You gotta leave like right now. Gotta leave it right now. Your favorite thing about performing for a college audience? Oh my god. Well, I haven't done that since I was actually in college. I'm just funny. What my favorite thing is well, I love Chico, but I don't know how many of the college kids I had there. My favorite thing about performing for a college audience, I'm gonna hope, is that they drink. If not, I'm like, if I'm rich enough, I'm like, drinks for the whole crowd. I have nothing but this, and this is my everything. Okay, I'm almost out of this sparkly mascara. It's so hard to tell when you're out of it. But I definitely have another one, but I don't want to be out of it because it's not, oh no, well now I'm out of it. Damn it. Oh, thank God for tweezers. Life think it's gonna thwart me. Nah, life. I thwart you. Hell yeah. Not a failure. And I got the last bit at the bottom of it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, broke bitch use every drop. Yeah, I could lose these tweezers. I still have 3 more pairs. And if I didn't have any tweezers, I'd pull it out with scissors. Just like I did the biggest splinter I ever got. There's no way I could tell this story and not make it sexual sounding, although it absolutely wasn't. I slid down a piece of rough wood the other night and got the biggest splinter I ever got in my ass. I had to remove it right before going on stage. Took the biggest splinter I've ever had in my body out of my butt cheek. It is like I had 3 or more smaller ones, and then it was like right where I couldn't really see it. I almost saved it because I was just like, I should have taken a picture. It was like on my finger. It was like the whole like first little digit like was just this splinter that I had pulled out of my butt right before coming on stage. And all of that sounds sexual, and none of it was. It was actually very distressing. I'm never sliding down rough looking wood again. All right, I gotta go. Thank God I don't have to tie my shoes today. Slides. But yeah. Well, I guess my favorite thing about performing for a college audience is when I did it before, I had to basically pay to do it. I had to pay to be the funniest person in class. Now, I don't know, I would be bad in college because I'd be like, everyone, this is all a scam. Don't do it. You're wasting your money and any money you got from any family. Quick, follow dreams. They're not here. That's a lie. There is, I went to college wrong. I went to college way too young for me. I didn't know who I was at 18. Some people do. I didn't. All right. See you guys out in the real world, maybe, especially if you're in Santa Rosa. Or just like whatever. Thank you for existing. It's a good existence because you're good. You make it good. But it's not easy and very rarely ever comfortable. So hell yeah, hang in there. Small boobs, big dreams.